ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Friday. With the sports bureau focused on the use of performance-enhancing drugs, a former executive of a local sports federation is voicing his concerns on the practice. Our Jonathan Benson has the scoop.
On the heels of Al Jazeera's documentary labeled The Dark Side, Secrets of the Sports Dopers, the Central American and Caribbean Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation is making its stance known on the issue.
We have a very strong anti-doping method in the Federation. We have been doing doping testing for a number of years. We came under the direction of the Olympic Committee. At that time, all doping method was carried out by the IOC with a local Bahamian doctor, and the sample was sent to Canada. Okay? Since WADA came in, that has changed. So we have now more of random testing, which can take place at any time, on anybody, and at any place.
Al Jazeera's documentary implicated two Bahamian doctors, one of whom actually sits on the CAC anti-doping committee.
That particular doctor was recommended by me, as a matter of fact, and I have high respect for the doctor. He's very intelligent, and he has a lot to offer in terms of sport administration. But be as it may, we still have rules that govern that policy, as well as people who will be initiating drug testing as well. If there is a problem with doping or any other issues that would affect bodybuilding and fitness, I'm the man that you look to for answer. If that matter comes across my desk, then of course a decision will be made, and it will be made on the best interest in terms of what we try to accomplish as a federation, from the world level and from the local level. In this case, we have to make sure that the IFBB have a clean image in terms of our doping policies. The Bahamas is no exception.
Bodybuilding's reputation worldwide has been tarnished by doping, and to this day, they're still not able to compete on the sports world's grandest stage.
We're still trying to facilitate the Olympic Committee that we have a clean anti-doping system. So it is imperative, it is critically important that athletes in bodybuilding, in fitness, stay clean, keep clean. If they're found using steroid or whatever method they will use, they will be dealt with. If it is a Bahamian who in bodybuilding who is liable or guilty of doping, then they'll hear from Danny Sumner.
Jonathan Benson, ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks so much, Jonathan. The first playoff match in the New Providence Volleyball Association got started a few minutes ago. The defending champions, the Scottsdale Vixens, are playing the College of the Bahamas Caribs in their first game of the best-of-3 series. The women's side of the game seems to be spiking along. It's the men's division tournament director Tony Simon is worried about.
You only can control what you can, but to be honest with you, the competition being good because the three teams that actually participated this year have been the last three champions that we've had. So the competition is being really stiff. So competition-wise is good, but support, we could do better. I think we're going to do a lot better next year.
What are you guys trying to put in place next year and maybe get some more teams in the league?
Well, unfortunately, we had two teams that pulled out last minute. I think they were trying to combine to put a stronger team together. They weren't able to do so. So all those remaining players, I think one or two coaches are expressed interest on putting their own teams in the league next year. So we'll see how it goes from here.
A young squad will represent the country at a high-level tournament in a couple of weeks. Our Charles Fisher tells us in this report that the youthful Bahamas side will be ready before they step on the court with the veteran players.
Tennis getting a swing on the new year with three teams leaving starting this weekend with the Junior Fed and Davis Cup teams for the Dominican Republic. The three-member Junior Fed Cup team will comprise of Sidney Clark, Sierra Donaldson, and Africa Smith. The head coach is Bradley Bain. The Davis Cup team, Dante Ambrista, Kofi Bow, and Yorgos Caffioli. Head coach, Ciron Roll. BLTA President, Elwood Donaldson.
We stand a good chance of finishing one or two. We have some good coaches. They've been working, and I think they have a good opportunity to perform well. They have done it in the past, and we're hoping to get back to the days where Simone Pratt and some of the teams that she was on were able, and Kerry Cartwright were able to to go on and advance, and we're really hoping for that.
Later this month, it's the Fed Cup team to swing in Puerto Rico. Aisha Shepard, Gabrielle Donaldson, Sierra Donaldson, and Lauren Daxon, all under the age of 17. Their head coach is Ricardo Demerit.
There are younger players. We're trying to work with them also. One of the issues we had, and hopefully we resolve it next year, is that a lot of our older players were in college. A lot of colleges came out later and couldn't make it for the tryouts. This is something we're looking into, and hopefully for the future, we're hoping that they compete well enough to maintain us in Zone 2, and then hopefully next year we can add some veteran players to this to keep them going. So we're looking for the junior teams to really advance, and we're looking for the Fed Cup team to just serve as they say, and look forward to next year adding some veteran players and making some improvements.
Donaldson stating that selection of teams were a bit tedious, especially during this time of the year.
One of the problems we face, especially with the Fed Cup, was that they scheduled it much earlier than usual. It's scheduled for the first week in February, which left us very little time because we have our national tournament in December, which is one of our trials for these events. We held it the second, third week in December, which some players from college were able to make it, some others were not able to make it. I have my senior development committee is to liaise with these persons so that we can schedule next year where we can get more of our players out and it be at a convenient time.
Good luck to all the teams as they carry the Bahamian flag. For ZNS Toll Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thanks so much, Fisher. Get ready for some exciting games at this year's Hugh Campbell Basketball Invitational. Although the official list of teams isn't out as yet, organizers are working hard around the clock planning a grand show for fans, which will include lots of prizes and surprises.
This year, we anticipate having a lot of crowd participation. We're going to have a lot of trivia, prizes, and surprises for our fans. We heard that, we needed to have a little more interaction, and we decided that we want to make sure that our fans are number one.
Live streaming is available for all who don't want to miss a beat, trying to catch every single play.
For all tournament information update, we ask you to go to our Facebook page. That's the Hugh Campbell Basketball Tournament. We've had the page now for approximately 3 years, and we have all the information that you would need there, prices and game information.
The first high school basketball tournament for girls was dubbed a success by all coaches, who also noted that the tournament was very timely. Now that they've all gotten a taste of what it means to play consistently, the coaches are begging for more time for their female squads.
I think the young ladies want to play. I think they don't have enough games, they don't have enough structure within the system so that they can actually get the experience that they need. But if we do have that, we can see the talent is there.
We don't have a lot of tournaments for girls, especially specified for girls. So pretty much to have this here to concentrate on playing right now at this point in the season, I think even the private school and the public schools are in the heart of their season. I think it gives them some extra game time play, which is very good right now.
Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.